week and a half back in practice. What's it been like? What have you seen from your guys so far?
I've seen a lot of hustle, a lot of hard work. These first couple weeks are big learning weeks, so we're throwing a lot of stuff at them, but they're picking it up pretty well. But they're working hard. They're hustling and doing the things we want them to do. So.
You lost obviously a lot of guys from last year, from Brett to offensive line. A lot of key seniors were gone after last year. What is the key to filling their holes, and do you feel like you have the guys on your team to do that?
Well, you aren't going to replace guys like Jake Erickson or Brett Rice. So what you have to do is you have to look at what you have coming back and play to the strengths of the players that you have. We have a little different makeup this year. We have a little bit more size in the offensive line than we had last year, but we don't have that tailor-made running back like Brett Rice that's going to carry the ball 25 times in a game. So we have to build around the personnel that we do have, and so we're doing a couple of different things offensively to try to move the ball around a little bit more, so we don't have to rely on a guy to carry it 25 times a game. And so far, I think that the players are picking that up pretty well.
And I guess everything starts, with your quarterback, and your offense is so heavily based on timing and just everybody being on the same page. How far has Cody progressed now since starting last year and now coming into his second year as a starter?
Cody has progressed tremendously as far as picking things up. With some of the differences that we're doing this year compared to last year, he's right there. He understands what we want to accomplish, so that's a big help, and with him being back, he's one of those guys that we're building some things around with that experience. So he's doing a nice job.
And with differences, is there anything that maybe a fan that comes to your games on Friday night is really going to notice, big differences, or is it just kind of little things here and there?
Well, there's a few things that are noticeable. I think based on us trying to put the ball in different people's hands more often, to do that you have to do some things before the snap, motion and shifting and things like that. So some of that's going to be pretty obvious. It really isn't any different for our linemen up front. We really aren't doing a lot of different things there. So we're just kind of tweaking things, again, to move that ball around so we don't have that one guy that's carrying the load 25, 30 times a game.
It seems like the last couple of years have just had trouble getting over the hump of the Lodi and the Lakeside Lutheran. What needs to happen this year for you guys to kind of get over that speed bump?
Well, I'm not so sure it's as much. With Lodi, they've been a pretty solid football team the last few years. I mean, they're tough to beat. No doubt about that. Part of it, I think, is just that mental piece. I don't think we were a worse team than Lakeside last year. Personally, I thought we were a better team. We just didn't play that well that night. Cost us the game. So I think it's a mental piece to a certain extent. Obviously, you have to be good physically. You have to be healthy. But I think it's just a mentality. So we've worked hard on the mentality piece these first couple of weeks too, of putting ourselves in positions and expecting ourselves to do things that we need to do. So we're working as much on that as we are the physical piece.
3 on 3, 1, 2, 3.